People. Que pasa, suck, say what they do. Welcome to Crime Time News, where the difference is in the meds. First thing that is popping in the news, it is called Tarzan and Jane Justice OC JUNGLE Justice Gone Wrong. Now people, a lot of us Jamaicans have zero problems with a lot of these criminals that we see getting taken out. Instantaneous justice, we call it. However, people, whenever it is not implemented properly, it could be problematic. And people, this is a perfect example in which it went very, very wrong. There are two young men, one of them named Mr. Morgan O.C. Ellie, the next one Devon Hendricks O.C. Shabba. These people, they are from Green Island. However, Shabba and Ellie and the driver of a motor vehicle, they were driving in Negril in Westmoreland when they developed some sorts of complication. Pretty much, them get a flat tire. It is said that while they were driving the car, they were maneuvering, going around a corner, and there were cars on the left, cars on the right. The driver of the vehicle accidentally hit the bumper of his car, hit a bike, the bike dropped over. Now people, remember, thieves have been plaguing Jamaica. Farm thief, cow thief, goat thief. And in Negril, Westmoreland, bike is the mode of transportation. That is where the most of the bike taxis come from. So therefore, that is how people make them living. The law of supply and demand, whenever something is in great demand, people want to thief it in Jamaica. So it seems as if bike taxi have been getting robbed left, right, and center. So therefore, they were kind of paranoid. These three individuals, they would become the victim, two of them losing their life. It is said that the driver was driving, bumped the bike fall over. Don't know what type of communication, don't know what transpired. However, the two man them, Ellie and Shabba, have to take with themselves. Run out of the car. The driver run out of the car to the people them set the car upon FIRE. The driver was hiding in some sorts of key and piece. Shabba went one direction and then Ellie went the next direction. However, they were pounced upon by the ANGRY MOB. They were pretty much taken out and the car that they were driving in set ablaze. They were accused of being bike thief. So people, desperate times calls for desperate measure. These people have been getting robbed left, right, and center. So therefore, what they thought was making an example, it was wrong. Based on the information, it is said that, listen, the man who them call Shabba have him money. Shabba has a boat that he operates in a Negril, the tourist mecca. He takes tourists around. He makes a whole bunch of money. He is okay financially. As a matter of fact, it is said that Shabba also has two bikes, the same sort of bike in which the men were accused of stealing. However, Shabba's son always take out the bike. So Shabba say, you know, say, the boy are young and always a thief out my bike to go up on all sorts of joyride. And because my sister, these taxi men, these people on the street of Jamaica, especially in a Westmoreland, Green Island, them drive like some mad bat out of hell. I am going to sell these bikes, both bikes, not one, for less than the market value. He sold both bikes for 40,000. So people call it, say, $20,000 each. So people, does it make any sorts of sense? A man that is making money legally, US currency, a man that has two bikes in which he sold for less than market value to go and thief people bike. Based on the information, it is said that the one that is called Ellie, he is also a hard-working man. He is like a vibes man. Everybody knows him. Everybody loves him in the community. So people, why would they steal? Now people, like I said, 3 of them were in the car. The only one that was safe is the driver. He ran and he hid in some sorts of key and piece until he felt like it was safe. However, the other 2, Elle and Shabba, they were not such or so fortunate. Point blank and period. So people, the moral of the story in all of this is that there are pros and cons to everything, including the Tarzan and Jane justice. And while most Jamaicans, based on what we've experienced, have no problem with it, it is not very good when persons are not trained. Persons have knee-jerk reaction. Persons have been victims. So therefore, they cannot analyze and assess every situation by its own merit. So therefore, if them feel, and people, you can't feel when it comes to people life, because people will see it. This is the second incident in a couple of months in which at least 3 people lost their life. One incident where a man, I think he was 66, don't remember his name at the time, he was pounced upon some ANGRY people and pretty much he was BEATEN to death in front of his wife of about 30 years. Fast forward 48 hours ago, the same thing. So people, me just say, whenever you allow the same person to be the jury, the judge, and the EXECUTIONER, it might not be a good idea, because people are not rational when they think, when they are angry, when they were victims more than once. Point blank and period. Now the next thing that is popping in the news, it is called the law offices of Butler and Boxer. No, sorry, correction. The crime office of Boxer and Butler. Now people, on July 8th of 2022, the other day, the Cayman Authority with all sorts of helicopter hovering up above. Now people, when the Cayman Authority intercepted that vehicle, the man them try to run over the paw. Them try to run out of the vehicle. One person that was said to be about 5'9", 5 feet 9 inches, him get way. However, them run down Rudolph Shaw O.C. Butler and they caught him. Mr. Shaw was deported back to Jamaica a couple of weeks ago. Mr. Shaw was officially charged for a double takeaway and also wounded with intent, amongst other charges. Fast forward Saturday gone, Independence weekend. It is said the Cayman Authority was at it once again, one more again. Them all 4 people, 3 of them also Jamaicans. Mr. Butler is said to be the co-leader of the wildlife gang. He was held. He is awaiting extradition back to Jamaica along with his 3 other cronies. Here's the history about Mr. Butler and Mr. Boxer. There was an upsurge of violence in Spanish Town the other day that caused the POPO, the relevant authority, to implement a state of emergency. It is said that the wildlife gang that operates from 31 St. John's Road, they were responsible. Specifically, the Hittis, I am speaking about Boxer and Butler, the co-leaders of the gang. So people, remember when that incident in which they held Boxer, the head of the police force in a Cayman Island, himself, listen, I don't want these people, especially, he did not say Jamaican, may I say it, especially these little riffraff, no good, low life gangsters from Jamaica to feel as if they are going to come to our country or our island and mash it up. there is too much money. There's too much at stake. The Cayman dollar is bigger than the United States dollar. Therefore, them have a big economy. So therefore, whatever we can do, whatever assistance we can have with the Jamaican authority to make sure, say, as soon as them run come, at the same time, them get deported back to Jamaica. And people, remember, the Cayman Island is a very small place. So therefore, there's not a whole lot of bushes where you can hide. So people, you sister these two youth, them get desperate, them cause all sorts of chaos and catastrophe, and then them take with themselves. However, people, like I've always said, long run, short catch. Karma always catches up to you sooner or later. Point blank and period. So anyways, people, that is my views on the whole thing as it pertains to that. And like me say, it is just my views and opinion. It is not the gospel. Your views and opinion can be respectfully different from mine. But let me know what you think in the comment section. Bless up.